Welcome to Toffee TV. Now, it's been revealed today 4 players are training on their own. In effect, they've been told they have no future at Everton Football Club, and it's now time to move on, by the looks of it anyway. Ashley Williams, one of those players. It looks like he's on the way to Stoke. Talk of him going down for a medical, for a loan for the rest of the season, which effectively would, with 1 year left on a contract, would see him leaving Everton. That's probably the best thing.
Yeah, his time's done here, isn't it? Let's be honest. I think when we got him, I think his first season, I thought he'd done all right. Thought he was solid. Yeah. But last season, he seemed to hit a bit of a decline, and he struggled, like most of our players, to be fair. But he didn't have a great season, and then got himself sent off at Burnley, and we didn't see him again. And I think he knows. I think his time has come to an end at the club. He's come back pre-season. He's worked hard and he's played in a few games, but I think he knows. And I think Marco Silva, I think they probably made the mind up anyway prior to that. But you know, it looks like he's on his way to Stoke.
Do you think, I'm just playing devil's advocate here, do you think it leaves us a little bit short, because we've only got Keane and Jagielka fit at the moment as such? Mason Holgate hasn't really done that much this pre-season, and suffered with injuries at the back end of last season as well. I'm just wondering about whether he can be regularly fit, and then that just leaves 3. And with the selling Funes Mori as well, I know Pennington's there, but I'm not a massive fan of Pennington. I don't really think he's ready for this level. Do you think? What do you think about that?
No, I think it means we'll definitely bring him on in. I don't think there's any question. I think apparently they're after 2 now. Yeah. Whether 2 materialise, I don't know. It's only a week to go. But I think sometimes when those opportunities present themselves to get a player out the club, I think it's better for everyone. I think it's better for him, because he mightn't want to miss this opportunity. Otherwise, he might be hanging around deadline day or whatever, waiting for something. I think it gets him out the club. It frees up that berth, the wages and stuff. And I think personally, it's an indication that Brands is quite confident that he's going to be bringing someone in.
Yeah.
And I think it's good for. I think it's good to reduce the squad. It's good to get the people out that you aren't going to use. Yeah. There's no point keeping them there. So I think it's the best decision for everyone.
Yeah. Obviously, Kevin Morales is another of the names. He's been linked with a loan move to Fiorentina for the rest of the season. We'll see if that materialises. But he's another one that I'm not saying we had high hopes for him, nothing of the sort, but I suppose he's been quite professional in pre-season. He started games as well. He was always part of that sort of second 11, but he started games. But do you think he just hasn't impressed the manager? Or do you think there's just too much water under the bridge?
I think too much has gone on for him to make a real go over here. I think he signed a big contract, didn't he, at the start of last season, and then found himself quickly out of Ronald Koeman's starting 11, and then was out the squad, and then off he went to Greece, didn't he? Kevin Morales is a good footballer, but
with a bad attitude.
You don't know what you're going to get from him, and that's the problem. He's got a lot of skill and ability. At times he's very good, ironically, in like the number 10 role.
Yeah.
But
he lost that yard of pace, didn't he?
Once the injuries came and that explosive pace went from him, he was never quite the same player. I always, like I said, I felt at times he's been decent in the number 10. I remember him against Man City, Ronald Koeman's first season, when we beat them 4-0. Him and Lukaku were brilliant up front. But too few and far between those games, and he's erratic, and you've got the penalty situation with Baines at that time, and he's very much out for himself. And I think he's 30 now and on good wages. He's not the kind of player we need.
Yeah, and let's be honest, he got a chance last season to go to Olympiacos, take a step down, play somewhere where he's loved.
And he loves.
And by the end of it, they didn't want him because he just didn't do it. So, where's his hunger? Where's his desire? If he can't do it for a team like Olympiacos, then he's certainly not going to do it for us. So, I think if he goes on loan, great. But he's one of them where we just say, can you just go? Can you just move away and so we can just say it's done and there's a line drawn?
Well, the link is, and this I suppose this was the case with Dylan Fiacres, but the link is a loan with a view to a permanent deal. So you would hope that he'd go and start really well, and they tie him up quickly. Want to tie him up quickly,
and then fade off.
Well, listen, it's up to him, isn't it? Yeah. He's got to go there. Italy might suit him.
Yeah, it might do the slower pace.
You just don't know. There's ability there, there's no question about it.
Slower pace, maybe less expectation than what was on him at Olympiacos.
Yeah.
Maybe not at us, but what was on Olympiacos. Cuco Martina,
not good enough.
It's not good enough, is he?
But he seems like a nice fella. I think he tries, I think he works hard and stuff.
I've heard there's a couple of teams in the Zingari who are after him.
Okay.
I've heard there might be a bit of a battle between East Villa and APH. For his services.
Well, he'll have to decide which is best for his career.
No,
I think for him, it's not. He needs to move on as well to get some football, because he's not going to get it at Everton, quite clearly. It was a strange decision by Koeman. He brought him in on a free, I suppose. He thought he's a utility player and he knows him and he knows what he's getting, but he wasn't even playing at Southampton, which was really odd. And he still brought him in. But yeah, I don't think that's any great surprise. No. I don't think that those three. Well,
the surprise,
aren't great surprises.
The surprise is Vlasic, which, listen, he came in 12 months ago, 10 million quid, looked a decent prospect, played well against us, and we went and bought him. He was okay at times last year. I'm not convinced what his position is. I'm not convinced whether he's got the pace or the strength to play in the Premier League. Maybe we should have bought him last year and left him on loan at Split, and maybe that's the case now. Maybe we should just send him back to Split or something on loan and just see how he develops over the next year. I don't know.
It is a surprise, because I don't think there's any problem with his attitude, really. He's a good footballer, but again, I don't think he's the quickest, so playing him wide isn't really beneficial to us.
Or part of the way Silva wants to play.
Yeah. Could he play number 10? Don't know.
But he's played Dal there in pre-season. Sigurdsson's. You would think he would have him ahead of, if he was going to have a future, he would have played in that role. But it seems that it's been Dal. So maybe you look at it and think, well, maybe he would. It's a strange buy in the first place, because would he stop the progress of Dal? What a loan deal to another Premier League club?
Yeah, definitely. Someone like Cardiff, I think.
And just see
whether he can do it in the Premier League. It worked for Oumar Niasse, didn't it? He went off to Hull and was able to do all right for them, and then we've got some value out of him. So maybe that's the kind of thing that we should be looking.
But are you happy that the manager's done this and said you need to...
Vlasic is a flip of a coin, but he's never done anything to make me go.
But all four.
All four, yeah, because he said he was going to do it. No surprise. That people just very quickly, people comment and going, why isn't Schneiderlin on that list? Why isn't Balassi on that list? Well, while they're still here, if you start telling people they're available, their value drops. There's still value in both of them, and I suppose he looks at them and goes, if no one comes in for them, they can do me a job if a need be.
At least those players know with the time left in the transfer window open, that they know that they need to find themselves.
Of course,
it's better than just being maybe. It's better than clean break. But going back to the Vlasic one, I'd like to see him go on loan, and if it was a Premier League club, I think that'd be perfect.
Bournemouth, like that.
Newcastle,
just
somewhere that he can go and just play football, and then we can get an idea of how he progresses. I think that would be better. But listen, that's up to the manager. He's made the decision. It looks like a couple of them might have already got themselves sorted.
See,
and we're waiting. I don't know who will have.
It's good though to get them out the door for them and for us.
Yeah. Interesting. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. You think this is the right way to go? And on the Vlasic situation, would you rather see him go straight away or try and get a loan? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.